So what kind of preparation work can you do when you're getting ready to begin talking to someone about selling their business? Hey there everyone, it's David Barnett from investlocalbook.com, the blog site and YouTube channel where I talk about buying and selling businesses, local investing, personal finance, and anything else that people want to ask me about. Today I've got a question from Chris, who works in the construction trade, and Chris has been talking with the owner of the business that he works in about buying the company. And I got this question just before Christmas, and he tells me in his question that things are going to be slowing down in about February in the construction industry where he lives. And so the owner and he have basically decided that they're going to wait until that time to start talking about the sale and looking at financial statements and things like this. In the lead up to that time, though, Chris wants to do some research and learn about new opportunities to grow the business, expand it, etc. And he asked me what else that I could think of that he should be doing in order to get ready. Basically, it's an interesting question, and there's a big sort of warning sign that I'm going to caution you about, Chris. But when you're looking at buying a business, the thing that you should be looking at the most is simply learning about the process of buying a business. And that, I mean, that's the business that I'm in. So it shouldn't shock you that I would tell you that. You should learn about the process. Learning about construction as an industry, given that you work in construction, you already have experience in construction, you know construction, you can certainly look at other products and things that might be available, places where this business could grow and expand, maybe different products or things, types of work that the business could do. But the caution that I'm going to give to you is this. When you start to think about owning a business and you start to daydream about owning the business and you start to do research about how you're going to grow and expand the business, what can happen is you can develop a case of something that is called buyer fever. And buyer fever is when you become so enamored or in love with the idea of owning this business because of all the great things that you're going to do, that you can actually let your guard down and make a foolish decision and maybe not negotiate as well as you might normally do if you weren't so caught up in the excitement of the business. The other thing that it can do is if you spend a bunch of time researching, new types of work maybe, or maybe products or things that you could sell that could help grow the business, is you might lose sight of the reason why you want to buy an existing business, and you might actually think about starting one from scratch. And of course, starting a business from scratch entails all of the startup risk and all of the problems that you can get into for any business that starts from scratch. So what I would do is actually urge caution and tell you to slow down and stop being stuck in the headspace of what can we do in construction to improve this business, and rather educate yourself about what is going to happen in this process. What can I expect? Are there other people who've gone through the process of buying a construction business that I can reach out to and talk with about their experience and maybe get some insight into the specific industry of things that I need to worry about or look into? Now, you did not include your jurisdiction, but I can tell you in this industry, one of the big things that you have to look out for, and this varies by jurisdiction, is things like workplace health and safety claims, workman's comp concerns, things that have been filed maybe a long time ago that haven't come to a head yet. Warranties, is there a responsibility on the part of the company? If you're going to buy the shares of the company, are you going to be liable for some of the work that they've done in the past, etc.? And make sure that you understand when you get into this deal how you and your legal advisor can help mitigate some of the risks associated with liability. I've actually helped a couple of different construction companies change hands, and it's a two-edged sword because the construction company has a certain history, and this often allows them to be bondable, to be able to have an insurance company post a bond that they're assured of completing work. And so you don't want to necessarily break that history if the company's been around for 20 or 30 years, because it gives it credibility with certain types of buyers, for example, government or big Fortune 500 companies, for example. But it does expose you to all kinds of different hazards in liability. Anyway, so that's my advice to Chris. As always, if you have questions about buying, selling businesses, please send them in. I've got about half of the questions that I need for 2017, so I'm looking for some more. And if you have any experience or comments about what I've talked about today, please put them in the comments down below. And if you're looking for help to buy a business, go to businessbuyeradvantage.com and learn about how I help people buy businesses, and invest in the online course, Business Buyer Advantage. It's a 9-hour course. It's the same program that I do live in a full-day seminar workshop with people, and it gives you the basic knowledge that you need in order to go out, find, analyze, make offers, and finance a small business that's going to suit your needs. And with that, I'll thank you. If you haven't already, sign up for my email list. People on the email list always get the videos first. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next time.